Chapter 6, exercise 6.2. Before we learn this answer, first let us recall some points what we studied in the previous class. In the previous class we studied BPT theorem called basic proportionality theorem or called Thales theorem, or it is theorem number 6.1. Okay. So what the theorem says, in triangle ABC, if a line is drawn parallel to one side of the triangle and if the line intersects the remaining two sides at two distinct points, then we proved AD upon BD is equal to AE upon EC. Thus we studied in the theorem with proof. If this is true, two more results for the same is true. What are the remaining two results? If I take AD upon AB, then that is equal to AE upon AC, right? Third result is if I take the last segment, that is BD with the entire side, BD with AB, then that is equal to what? EC upon AC. So the result is very simple. And when to use this result? When a line is drawn parallel to one side of the triangle and if it intersects the remaining two sides at two distinct points, then AD upon BD is equal to AE upon EC. The next result is if I take AD upon AB, the other side I should take AE upon AC. If I take BD upon AB, the other side EC upon AC. So in short, whenever we take AD on one side, the other side AE should be taken. If I take BD on one side, the other side EC should be taken. If I take the entire side AB, the other side AC should be replaced. And this also can be written as BD upon AD also. In that case, the other side becomes EC upon AE. We can take reciprocal of this also, AB upon AD. In that case, right hand side will be AC upon AE. If I take AB upon BD, the other side it will be AC upon EC. So remember AD and AE, one group, BD and EC, AB and AC. Now among the three, which result should be used? Depends upon the numbers given. Okay. So in the first question, in the given figure 1, this is figure 1. And this is 2. DE is parallel to BC. The question is find EC. Right. First I consider question mark side. Question mark side is on AC. So forgetting this, I remember this only. On the question mark side, what is given? AE is given. This 1 is given for AE. And the question mark is for EC. Right. So on the question mark side, this is given and this is asked. So I have taken the ratio AE upon EC. Now which are the corresponding terms on the left side? If I take AE, on the other side, what should be taken? AD should be taken upon. If I take EC, the other side what should be taken? BD. Right? But why we take this? That we should explain. Why? In triangle ABC, DE is drawn parallel to what? Parallel to BC. DE intersects AB at D. DE intersects AC at E. Therefore, by which theorem? By BPT theorem or by theorem 6.1. Because these conditions are true for the given figure, we are using BPT theorem. So as I told you, question mark side we consider. Question mark is for EC. On the same side, this 1 is given for AE. Therefore, we use AE upon EC. Because I take AE on one side, the other side in the place of AE, AD should be written. EC should be replaced on the other side by BD. That's all. Now we substitute 1.5 upon 3 is equal to 1 upon EC. I cross multiply. 1.5 EC is equal to 3. EC is 3 upon 1.5. Becomes 2. Therefore, what is the value of EC? EC is equal to 2. That is asked in the first figure. Now we come to the second figure. Second figure is find AD. AD is asked. So here also the same explanation. In triangle ABC, DE is drawn parallel to BC. DE intersects AB at D and the same intersects AC at E. Therefore, by theorem 6.1. Question is find AD. So here question mark is on this side. So I am going to relate the question mark and the number given. Question mark is for AD and 7.2 is given for BD. Therefore, I take AD upon BD. Or if you want, you can take BD upon AD also, any one ratio. Because I have taken AD on top, the other side what should be replaced? AE should be replaced. Here I have taken BD. BD should be replaced by what? EC. Therefore, we substitute the terms. AD is asked in the question. BD is 7.2. Here it is 1.8 upon 5.4. So AD is 1.8 upon 54 into 7.2. So I remove the decimal point here, 5.4 and 7.2. So we can do cancellation and the value of AD is 2.4. Simplify, we will get 2.4. Hope you understood. This is the main point, how we take this ratio, right? So consider the question mark. Question mark is for AD. On the same side, the number is given for BD. Therefore, we have taken AD upon BD. What are the corresponding terms on the other side? Because AD is taken, the other side AE should be taken. The place we take BD, EC should be taken. And numbers are substituted. Simplified, we get the answer 2.4. Let us understand second question here. E and F are points on PQ and PR respectively of triangle PQR. For each of the following cases, state whether EF is parallel to QR or not. Right? So here all the four terms are given. We have to check whether the given two lines EF is parallel to QR or not. How to identify these two are parallel or not? We have to use converse of BPT theorem. What is this converse of BPT theorem? The theorem says that three ratios we had studied, if any one ratio is correct, true, then the lines are parallel. Suppose here if 5 is given and here 10 is given, here 20 is given, here 40 is given. We can check PE upon EQ is equal to PF upon FR or not. So here if I consider, I am getting 1 upon 2. Here also I am getting it is equal to 1 upon 2. So PE upon EQ, here we got it is equal to PF upon FR. Therefore, the lines should be parallel. So three results we have studied. So out of the three results, we can check any one result. If any one result is true, definitely the lines are parallel. So here we are going to use converse of BPT theorem. So here it is given PE is 3.9, EQ is 3, here it is 3.6 and here it is 2.4. So here not to take equal, we should remember, we should find each ratio separately and we should check the answer. PE is 3.9 and here it is 3. So if you cancel, you will get 390 upon, 39 upon 30. You cancel, you will get 13 upon 10. Right? Now I find PF upon FR. PF upon FR. PF is 3.6, FR is 2.4. Then So here we'll remove the decimal point. 36 upon 24, 3 upon 2. Check whether they are equal or not. One side we got 13 upon 10, whereas the other one we got 3 upon 2. Therefore, we conclude PE upon EQ is not equal to PF upon FR. Therefore, they are not equal. Hence, by converse of BPT, in the first case, EF is not parallel to QR. Hope you understood. The second subdivision, PE is given 4. PE, the second the numbers are different, so I change the numbers. PE is 4, QE is 4.5, PF is 8 and RF is 9. So I am going to find the ratios separately. PE upon QE is 4 upon 4.5. So it is 40 upon 45, 8 upon 9. Then I find PF upon FR. What is PF? 8. FR? 9. Cannot be simplified. Therefore, here we get both the answers equal. 8 upon 9, again 8 upon 9. Therefore, we conclude PE upon QE is equal to PF upon FR. Therefore, by converse of BPT, EF is parallel to what? Parallel to QR. In the third, PQ is given 1.28. Again, I change the numbers. The third subdivision, the numbers are different. PQ is 1.8. The entire side is 1.28. PR is 2.56. PE is 0.18. PF is 0.36. Right? So here PE and PQ is given. So which ratio we are going to find out? PE upon PQ. It is 0.18 upon PQ. PQ is 1.28. It is 18 upon 128. What is 18 upon 128? It is 9 upon 64. Now I take the other side. Because I have taken PE upon PQ, the other side what should I take? PF upon PR. PF upon PR. What is PF given? 0.36. PR is 2.56. Removing the decimal point, 36 upon 256. With the fourth table, we will get 9 upon 64. Here also we are getting the answers equal. So which two answers we got equal? PE upon PQ is equal to PF upon PR. Therefore, by converse of BPT theorem, you get EF is parallel to what? Parallel to QR. Third question of exercise 6.2. In the given figure, if LM is parallel to BC and LN is parallel to DC, then prove that AM upon AB equal to AN upon AD. So given and to prove, children, you can write by yourself. For one I am writing, for the first question, very nice. Given is what? What is the condition given in the question? So given LM is parallel to CB and LN is parallel to CD. To prove, what is the question here? The question is prove that AM upon AB is equal to AN upon AD. This is to prove the question. The third part of the answer is proof. We are going to explain how we are going to get. So the figure is already drawn. I'm going to separate this figure into two sections. I'm taking the triangle in which the parallel lines are there. The first figure, LM is parallel to CB. So I identify a triangle in which LM is parallel to CB. Is which triangle? This triangle. So here, in triangle ABC, LM is drawn parallel to BC. LM intersects AC at L and LM intersects AB at the point M. Therefore, which theorem can be used? We can use BPT theorem. After writing this, we know in BPT there are three results. Sometimes any one result can be used, and sometimes out of the three, particular result only should be used here. So here we have to obtain the result AM upon AB. AM upon AB we want. So I am going to take that result only. So according to BPT, AM upon AB. When I take AM, the other side what should be taken? AL should be taken. If I take AB, the other side what should be taken? AC. This is my first result. In the second part, I am going to take a triangle in which LN is parallel to CD. So this second half of the given figure. LN. So as before, I am going to write in triangle ADC, LN is parallel to what? Parallel to DC, and LN intersects AD at LN intersects AD at N and intersects AC at L respectively. Right. Therefore, again by which theorem? By BPT. Again I go to the result. AN upon AD is present in the question. So I am going to take that ratio only, AN upon AD. The place I take AN, on the other side what should be taken? AL. The place I take AD, the other side AC. This is the second result. So I am going to compare this result 1 and 2. You find a common side, right? So AL upon AC equal to AM upon AB. The same AL upon AC is also equal to AN upon AD. Therefore 1 and 2 are equal. So removing which is repeated, we can compare the other two. Therefore AM upon AB is equal to AN upon AD, which is the required result. It is like this. If x equal to A and x equal to B, what about A and B? They are equal. So x is equal to A, again x is equal to B, therefore A and B. So which is repeated, which is common, that should be dropped. The remaining two can be compared. We got the required result. Here we are with the fourth question. In the given figure, the figure is given. DE is drawn parallel to DE is drawn parallel to AC. And DF is drawn parallel to AE. Using this, we are supposed to prove this result. So as before, you can write given and to prove. That I am not going to write. Directly I start with proof section. Because given is the condition provided. Prove that is what? The question which is asked. So that can be filled by yourself. So as before, I am going to take a triangle in which DE is parallel to AC. DE is parallel to AC. So I have separated this. So in triangle ABC, DE is parallel to what? Parallel to AC. You can see this DE intersects BC at the point E and DE intersects AB at the point D. Therefore, we can use BPT. According to BPT, we know three results. Which result should be used? For that, we are referring the question. What is required? We have to see. We want BE and EC, BE upon EC we want. So I am going to take that particular result only. So hint is given in the question itself. Among the three, what should be taken? So BE upon EC, if I take the other side, what should be taken? BD upon AD. Hope you understood. BE upon EC is equal to BD upon ED. This is the first result. I am going to remove another triangle in which DF is parallel to AE. So which triangle should be removed? ABE should be removed. Not ABC. Understand? ABE. We want DF parallel to AE. So DF is parallel to AE and DF intersects BE at the point F and DF intersects AB at the point D. Hope you understood the symbols. DF is parallel to AE and DF intersects BE at the F. This DF intersects AB at the point D. Therefore, by BPT. Again, I go through the question. Which are the terms we want? We want BF and FE. So I am going to take that result only. If I take BF upon FE, the other side what should be taken? BD upon AD. Look at the results 1 and 2. Here too we are getting one side common equal. Therefore, first result and second results are equal. So dropping the common one and comparing the remaining two, we get BF upon FE is equal to what? Equal to BE upon EC. Hence the result is proved. Fifth sum of exercise 6.2. In the given figure, DE is parallel to OQ. So I take the triangle in which DE is parallel to OQ. Can you identify the triangle? DE is parallel to OQ. Therefore, DE is parallel to OQ and DE intersects PQ. DE intersects PQ at E and DE intersects OP at D. We are continuing exercise 6.2, sixth sum. In the given figure, A, B and C are points on OP, OQ and OR respectively, such that AB is parallel to PQ, these two are parallel lines, and AC is parallel to PR, these two are also parallel lines. Using these two conditions, we are supposed to show this BC is parallel to QR. These two are given parallel, these two are also given parallel. Using these two, we have to prove BC is parallel to QR. So as before, we are going to take triangles in which these two lines are parallel. So the triangle can be identified. It is O, P, Q. In this, AB is parallel to PQ. So in triangle PQO, this AB is parallel to what? Parallel to PQ. That is given. Also, this AB intersects OP at the point AA. AB intersects OQ at the point B. Therefore, we are going to use BPT theorem, basic proportionality theorem. We have PA upon AO, PA upon AO is equal to QB upon PO. This is one of the result, right? Now we are going to take another triangle in which AC is parallel to PR. AC. Which triangle? It is OPR In this, AC is drawn parallel to or parallel to PR. So as before, let us write the statement. In triangle POR, AC is drawn parallel to PR. Thus AC intersects OP at the point A and AC intersects OR at the point C. Therefore again, by BPT theorem, basic proportionality theorem, I take the same ratio so that one ratio will be common and the other side can be compared. So I take PA upon AO, PA upon AO is equal to CR upon OC. PA upon AO equal to CR upon OC. I name this as the second result. So what we understand from results 1 and 2? From 1 and 2, we can see one ratio is common. Which ratio is common? PA upon AO is common. So dropping that, we will get these two are equal. So QB upon BO, we get it is equal to CR upon OC. Now what we are asked to show? We are asked to show BC is parallel to or parallel to QR. So I take the triangle in which these two segments are there. So which triangle it is? Triangle OQR. Now here BC is not given parallel to QR, we are supposed to prove. So here we are getting the ratio QB upon BO, we are getting is equal to CR upon OC. QB upon BO, we are getting CR upon OC. So in this triangle OQR, BC intersects OQ at B and BC intersects OR at the point C. Also we have QB upon BO is equal to CR upon OC. So how this line segment is intersecting two sides of the triangle with this ratio. Therefore, by converse of BPT, the lines should be parallel. Only if the lines are parallel, we will get this ratios equal. Therefore, we proved BC is parallel to or parallel to QR. Seventh sum is using theorem 6.1. So BPT theorem we are supposed to use, and we have to prove a line drawn through the midpoint of one side of a triangle parallel to another side bisects the third side. So what is given? Let us understand the conditions given. Okay. What is given? I draw the figure here. A triangle is given. In this triangle, a line drawn through the midpoint of one side. I take the side AB. Let P be the midpoint of AB. So a line drawn through the midpoint of one side of a triangle. A line is drawn through the midpoint of one side of the triangle. How it is drawn? Parallel to another side. So this is drawn parallel to or parallel to BC. Bisects the third side. Through this side only midpoint is taken. The line is drawn through the midpoint of one side and the line is taken parallel to BC. Now this is AC is called the third side. So we have to show this line passes through midpoint of AC. So what we have to prove? Q is the midpoint of AC. So given in triangle ABC, P is the midpoint of AB and PQ is drawn parallel to or parallel to BC. To prove Q is the midpoint of AC. This we have to prove. Okay. So P is the midpoint of AB. It is given. What is midpoint? That point is equidistant from the end points of the line segment. Therefore, we get AP equal to what? Equal to PB. If two terms are equal, what is the ratio? Ratio is 1, right? Okay. Remember a theorem, a line not drawn through the vertex of a triangle. So P is not the vertex, right? So the line is drawn, not passing through the vertex of the triangle. We know it intersects one side. It is intersecting AB. Will intersect one more side, but it never intersects the third side. See, the line intersects AB at the point P. So one side it intersects. It cannot intersect BC because it is drawn parallel to BC. Therefore, definitely that line will intersect side AC. So I write PQ intersects AB and PQ is parallel to what? Parallel to BC. There is a theorem. The theorem says that a line intersecting one side of a triangle, means not passing through the vertex, will intersect one more side, but it cannot intersect the third side. So it intersects AB. It cannot intersect BC because it is drawn parallel. Therefore, definitely it will intersect AC. So PQ intersects AB and PQ is parallel to BC. Therefore, this PQ intersects what? Intersects AC, right? PQ intersects AC. They can draw line segments. PQ intersects AC at which point? At the point Q, right? So in triangle ABC, this PQ is parallel to BC and PQ intersects AB at P and AC at the point Q. Therefore, by theorem 6.1, that is BPT theorem, AP upon PB is equal to AQ upon QC. AP upon PB is equal to AQ upon QC. What is the result? AP upon PB we have got, it is equal to 1. So 1 is equal to AQ upon QC. This is from the first result. Cross multiply, what we get? We get AQ equal to QC. So Q is the point between A and C and AQ equal to QC. Therefore, what is Q? Q is the midpoint of AC. Therefore, PQ bisects. Bisects means what? Division into two equal parts. PQ bisects which side? AC. So let us understand, it's a simple result. Using theorem 6.1, so BPT theorem should be used. Prove that a line drawn through the midpoint of one side, parallel to the second side, will intersect the third side. So we are given triangle ABC. P is the midpoint of AB. PQ is drawn parallel to BC. To prove Q is the midpoint of AC. Because P is the midpoint of AB, PA and PB are equal. Therefore, its ratio is equal to 1. Any line intersecting one side of the triangle will intersect one more side, but it cannot intersect the third side. So this line intersects AB at P. It cannot intersect BC because it is drawn parallel. Therefore, definitely PQ will intersect AC. Let the point of intersection be Q. So this line is drawn parallel to BC. It intersects two sides of the triangle. Therefore, theorem 6.1 can be used here. So AP upon PB is equal to AQ upon QC. AP upon PB we have found it is equal to 1. So equating we get AQ equal to QC. So Q is a point between A and C and their distances are equal, shows that Q is the midpoint of AC. We know the meaning of bisection, division into two equal parts. Therefore, the line passes through midpoint of the third side of the triangle ABC. Using theorem 6.2, that is converse of BPT, prove that the line joining the midpoints of any two sides of a triangle is parallel to the third side. So let us understand what is given. It is a triangle. So we draw a triangle. Let the triangle be ABC. P is the midpoint of AB, Q is the midpoint of AC. the line joining the midpoints of any two sides of a triangle. Which two sides we have taken here? AB and AC. This is the line or line segment. Is parallel to the third side. Midpoints are taken for these two sides. This is called third side. So we are asked to prove this PQ is parallel to BC. So in triangle ABC, P is the midpoint of AB and Q is the midpoint of AC. To prove PQ is parallel to what? Parallel to BC. Okay. So P is the midpoint of AB. Let us start with the proof. Midpoint of AB. Any midpoint is equidistant from its endpoints. Therefore, AP and PB are equal. Because the terms are equal, their ratio is equal to what? Equal to 1. Then I write Q is the midpoint of which side? AC. Therefore, AQ equal to what? Equal to QC. Here too, what is the ratio? Becomes AQ upon QC equal to what? Equal to 1. So this is my first result and second result. If you compare the first and the second result, we'll get AP upon PB is equal to what? Equal to AQ upon QC. Therefore, from results 1 and 2, we get AP upon PB is equal to AQ upon QC. So we got the ratios are equal. AP upon PB, we got AQ upon QC. Therefore, what is this PQ according to converse of BPT? PQ should be parallel to BC. So this we are going to explain. In triangle ABC, PQ intersects AB at P and PQ intersects AC at the point Q. Also, we have proved the ratios of AP upon PB is equal to what? AQ and QC. Therefore, by converse of theorem 6.1, converse is nothing but theorem 6.2. Therefore, we can directly write by theorem 6.2. By theorem 6.2, this PQ should be parallel to what? Parallel to BC.